What's up, everybody? Rothstein here, Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, famed Rothstein, a.k.a. Michael Snackson. Today's Wednesday, March 12th, 2020. No, March 11th, 2026. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Leave comments, share. I kind of want to keep going on this Bam Adebayo 83-point situation because it's fucked up. Pardon my language. It really is. It's like he didn't, like, first of all, Bam doesn't have the repertoire to score 80-something points in a game. Not in an NBA game. And you see the final 5 minutes of the game, they were intentionally fouling while they're up 20, 30 points against a 16-win team, the Wizards. And, you know, he jacked up 22 threes. Like, come on, man. Like, I mean, that's some Steph shit, 23. I only want to see Steph, young Klay Thompson, before he got hurt. There's only certain people that should be jacking up more than 10 threes in a game. Bam ain't one of them. I mean, I know he can hit his occasional three here and now and then. He hit 7 of them last night. I mean, he hit a third of them, 7 of 22, 33%. I mean, coaches don't really like that. They like a better percentage. So, you know, it is what it is. But, so yeah, there's something to be said about the way he scored 83. And then there's these people like, oh, you just like your idols more than you like basketball. I've seen that on X and stuff this morning. Like, let me just let you know. Probably, when it comes to me, probably, because I don't like hoop like that because of y'all. Because of shit like this. There's no way a dude would have scored 83 points on me. On my team. You know, I was watching Jason. That's what I'm saying. That's why you need guys like Jason Whitlock to kind of balance the bullshit that like some other guys, like, I mean, it ain't bullshit all the time. You know, because I rock with your boy Stephen A. Smith. I don't rock with Ryan Clark as much, but he does make some good points every now and then. But, you know, like they say, what a broken clock is right twice a day, that type of stuff. So you need a Jason Whitlock to kind of balance it. And I was watching his show this morning. Great points made on there, but about this whole situation, like they mentioned, like, you know, some of the stuff that Bam was doing and it was doing late in the game, that would have, you know, if Charles Oakley was still in the league, he would have threw hands. You know, if you're trying to do that against his team. The malice at the Palace was because some shit was going on in a blowout. And the other team wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that they call him that Korean Cosell, Steve Kim. Be on Whitlock's show a lot. He's kind of like, he's a big time boxing guy. Steve Kim. You know, he's another one of my contemporaries. But see, back to my contemporaries about Kobe. That's why I would never went out here trying to be like, oh, you know, he don't deserve to score over Kobe. No, Kobe is my contemporary. I don't really rock with him like that. You know, Magic and Kareem are my favorite Lakers. Way before Kobe. But, you know, these guys, you know, my man Steve Kim and Jason Whitlock, they on that, you know, and the Scap guy. I think his name Jason Skapanak. I'm not really a big fan of his for other reasons, but today I'm going to give him a pass. Today I'm going to give him a pass. But, like, they were talking about it. And Steve Kim said something very marvelous that I've been telling y'all this for a year now. It's going to lead to what I've been telling y'all for a year on my channel. Steve Kim said, you know, one thing he noticed that's been on the court lately a lot, you know, not necessarily, I don't know if you're necessarily talking about that game with Bam scoring against the Wizards. He's like, but there's too many juniors in the seconds playing right now. Meaning that these guys didn't grow up hard enough to appreciate what it means to not allow a dude to keep running up the score on you like that. It was a great point. You know why? Because haven't I told you all that? For about a year now, about all these biracial guys playing? You know, these black ball players, you know, knocking up these white women. Now granted, I'm, you know, got a couple biracial kids myself. Hell, this white lady in the damn mail truck parked next to me. She gets out, I might give her some lyrics. She's a nice looking lady. I've seen her for a couple times over here. Nice looking lady, nice figure. I might spit at her. You know what I'm saying? Spit some lyrics at her. But that's what I'm saying. We need to go back to when white people didn't accept their biracial relatives. Those biracial guys became hardened and angry that that half of their family wasn't fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got a guy like Matt Barnes out there. You know, he's a biracial. That's why he talks tough. Half his family don't fuck with him. You know, but nowadays, you know, these white families, they're accepting their biracial kids and whatnot, and babying them to the point where where the biracial kid thinks he's special and whatnot, babying them. They're not hard enough. That's what I'm saying. The way that they were scoring 83, that's what it is. It's the way they scored the 83. It's the way it happened. It's like Bam, for all accounts, Bam seems like he's a hell of a guy, model NBA, model professional athlete. He's the guy you want out there. But scoring 83 like that, I don't care who he clips out of the record books. It's like, hold on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, she about to get out of the truck now. She just turned off her engine. I'm going to show her to you. I'm going to show you all what I'm talking about. She's nice looking, decent looking woman. But no, and they were talking about it yesterday. Jason Whitlock knew. They were talking about it. Jason Whitlock, now he's talking about, guys wearing ponytails and all that shit. He's right. See, that's what they were talking about, how it's starting to come over into football. So I'm saying football would never have allowed that. But now, football, starting to get a few more, biracials, and they're not growing up hard enough. And and it sounds like I'm saying this tongue in cheek, but I'm not. I'm dead serious. It's because I grew up around a lot of those cats. I grew up around a lot of them. There was always one or two, every inner city neighborhood that, the mom was out here, whether she was out on drugs or whatever, she used to go out there, do the nasty with Negroes and popped out a couple kids. And they always, and that family always lived in the hood because she was usually kicked out of her family. Well, they don't do that anymore. The family embraces it. Sometimes begrudgingly, but they embrace it now, and you have these guys like this, and then sometimes the dad was a pro athlete, so he don't need the family anymore anyway. Your Klay Thompson's dad, what's his dad's name, Michael? Because Klay just ain't anyway. But yeah, we need to go back to the point. So I'm blaming white people on Bam Adebayo scoring 83 that way. Because if you go back to being hard and kicking out your wayward sister and niece and aunt and everybody, that daughter that had a biracial kids, if you go back to that era, these biracial dudes would be a lot harder, a lot tougher. Same thing with these young men, the young black men, I guess you could blame the black male for, over increasingly dating white women, just not being a part of their families, things like that. That's always been there. So yeah, these, maybe these moms are taking up too much Section 8 and moving in the suburbs too much, or, too many of the dads who moved their family to the suburbs, adapting the suburban ethos too easily. It's just, I've never seen this lack of hard niggers in years. I've never seen that in my lifetime, and I'm 50. I'll be 50 in July, God willing. All right? So let me know what you think. Is Bam out of bails 83 points? What was it even legit? I'm telling you, to me it wasn't. Do you think it was legit? But aside that, let's go a little deeper. What is with today's players? Why is he not hard like that? Why is he soft and would allow something like that to be put on him and shit? Like go back to like even baseball. Ricky Henderson, he became Nolan Ryan's like 5,000 strikeout victim. But he came out swinging. He was trying to hack. He wasn't trying to let that be that victim. He was hacking. You know what I'm saying? Go back to, even a white guy, John Denny, or what was his name? Eric Shaw played for the Padres when he gave up Pete Rose's game record-breaking hit. He gave up Pete Rose's 41-92 hit. They're celebrating Pete Rose. He on the mound pissed, just sitting there like, all right, hurry this shit up. I'm mad at him up. You can just see it in his face. He was pissed. You know what I'm saying? So where did the competition in sports go? The attitude of fuck all that, not me. Anybody but me, not today. Where did that attitude in sports go? The answer to these questions and more on the next episode of Soap. I'll holler at you. Be safe. Peace.